Imagine being lost at sea in a small rowboat, rowing until your hands bleed to keep the vessel moving against the tide. You look across at your partner, expecting help, only to find them sitting comfortably, watching you struggle, or worse, rowing against you. Friendship is designed to be a dual effort, but for you, it has become a solitary sentence of exhaustion. If you stop rowing, the relationship dies. If you keep rowing alone, you lose yourself. Welcome to Today is a Gift. The most heart-wrenching reality of a one-sided friendship is not the loneliness, but the false hope you feed every day. You make excuses for their silence, telling yourself they are just busy, while deep down you know the brutal truth. Their silence is their answer. Today, we will expose the 6 undeniable signs that you are trapped in an emotional black hole, pouring your energy into someone who does not care if you drown. To help us support you in reclaiming your dignity, please subscribe to our channel now. Before we reveal these signs, face the hard truth of your connection and comment A or B below. When was the last time this friend contacted you purely to ask how you are, without needing a favor? A. Recently, within the last few weeks. B. I honestly cannot remember. It has been months or never. Let us descend into the psychology of this imbalance to identify the 6 specific behaviors that prove you are giving everything to someone who is giving nothing. We must begin with the most exhausting dynamic, the one-way initiation. In this relationship, you are the sole engine keeping the connection alive. You send the first text, you make the first call, and you suggest the meetup. Ask yourself, if you stopped reaching out today, would the friendship survive the week, or would it dissolve into a permanent silence? If the connection only exists when you fuel it, you do not have a friend, you have a project. Their lack of initiation is not a personality trait, it is a declaration that your presence is not a necessity in their life. The second sign reveals itself in how they treat your time, the cancellation habit. For you, a meeting with them is a priority. You clear your schedule and prepare your heart. For them, a meeting with you is merely a placeholder, a backup option until something better comes along. They cancel at the last minute with flimsy excuses, leaving you dressed and waiting. This chronic flakiness is a subtle form of disrespect. It signals that while you value their company, they view your time as disposable, something they can waste without consequence. When you do manage to connect, you encounter the third sign, the monologue master. The conversation becomes a stage where they are the only performer. They interrupt you, talk over you, and dominate the airtime with their dramas and triumphs. You become an emotional dumping ground, absorbing their negativity. Yet, the moment you attempt to share your own sorrow, their eyes glaze over, or they swiftly redirect the topic back to themselves. A friendship without mutual listening is not a bond. It is energy theft. Fourth is the behavior of the convenience guest. These individuals vanish for months without a word, leaving you to wonder if you did something wrong. Then, suddenly they reappear with overwhelming enthusiasm. Do not mistake this for affection. They return only because they are bored, lonely, or their other options have failed. You are being used to fill a void in their schedule, serving as a cure for their boredom rather than a companion for their soul. The fifth sign is perhaps the most painful, the storm absconder. These are fair-weather friends who bask in the sunlight of your success and generosity. When they are in trouble, you are their first call, their rescuer. But the moment the dark clouds gather over your life, when you lose your job, your health, or your way, they evaporate. They want the warmth of your light, but refuse to share the chill of your shadow. Finally, we must recognize the status calculator. They do not cherish your character. They cherish your assets. They are friends with your car, your career connections, or your social standing. To them, you are a ladder to climb, not a human being to love. Once they have extracted the value they need, or if you lose the status they covet, the friendship ends abruptly, leaving you to realize you were never seen, only used. If you continue to pour your limited energy into this bottomless cup, you are not just wasting time, you are actively eroding your own self-worth. You are teaching yourself that you are unworthy of the effort you so freely give to others. The pain of letting go is sharp, but the pain of holding on to a ghost is chronic and soul-destroying. When you finally stop rowing, the relief you feel will not be emptiness, but the return of your own power. You are clearing the space in your life for people who will paddle with you, not against you. The profound lesson here is that reciprocity is the heartbeat of connection. Without it, the relationship is already dead. Apply this immediately by taking the Stop Rowing Challenge. For 1 week, do not text first, do not call, and do not make plans. Step back and observe. If the silence from their end is deafening, accept it as the closure you needed. Do you often feel guilty when you stop reaching out to friends, fearing you are the bad person? Please simply answer yes or no in the comments to share your perspective with our community. If this video helps you validate your feelings, please subscribe, Brett. Today is a gift. You deserve a love that returns. Until next time.